Water is one of the most important things in pursuing fitness and health. And perhaps one of the most important things you can do is drinking proper water. One of the major concerns is that the water that comes from the tap is water that has been contaminated in the process of transporting this water. Let me give you an example. For instance, this tap water, if we use the water directly from the tap, you are exposing yourself to a variety of sediments and variety of minerals that has not been initially put it together to be drinkable. So what is going to happen is that if you can see the water running from your tap, let me do a quick look at how dingy the water is. I don't know if you can perceive it there, but let's take a close look. You see, we're going to put this right on our filter to make sure the water we're going to be drinking is water that has been properly filtered, but also see how dingy the water, the color is? Okay, we're going to put it right there, and we're going to make a comparison of what you can get from your tap water and what is the result after filtering. Now, let's take a close look. This layer here, right here, is the water from your tap. Okay, let me close the tap right now. It'll be noisy. Now, if we go down, you see how dingy it is? If we move down, this is a filtration system. Initially, you have what is called a ceramic filter right at the top. Let's take a close look. That's the ceramic filter. Every sediment, everything will be filtered through that. But most important is afterwards, that all the sediment has been eliminated. You go through a filtration of minerals and all sort of layers of filtration that will stop bacteria and sediments to go into the final process. See how crystal clear is this level compared to the top. Look at how dingy. Now this water has been already filtered and added to the process. If you see the rocks right there at the bottom, see how clear, crystal clear. Well, those rocks will restore some of the properties to the body. The body of the water needs some minerals and needs some elements, enzymes that allows the water to really function in a proper way of carrying nutrients and eliminate toxins from the body. Now let's go ahead and take a close look at one of the rocks. I have one here. This is one of the rocks sitting at the bottom. The rocks that have specific properties and has been designed by Mother Nature. So when this rock sitting at the bottom there enters in contact with water, it will release some of the minerals, and that's what is important. Now also did you see these layers here at the bottom of the filter? There are 3 different layers that allows you to filter the water in 3 ways, that once the water has been filtered, bacteria, sediments, minerals, everything that is toxic for the body will be filtered. So as you can see, this level here is crystal clear water ready to drink. And wait, look at the bottom. Look at the top. This is the water from the tap. This is a still water. It's dingy. It has sediments. It's not drinkable. Even though the city might say, yes, this is potable. No, I wouldn't ever drink that water there. Look at how different is the bottom. It's crystal clear. It has all the conditions and has the, what is called, is the pH of the water has been restored. So it's not acidic anymore, it's alkaline water. And see, the crystallization of the water will tell you that the properties has been changed from what originally used to be. That's a major concern. Now let's take a quick look at how this water looks when we pour it into a glass of water. It's a beautiful filter. It takes 5 minutes to put it together, and it's ready to go once the system is everything in place. Okay, let's take a sample of this water now. Look at this. Crystal clear. It's the same water that has been sitting right at the bottom there, already processed, already filtered, and look at the difference from the top. Big time. Now, one thing about this system, the water filtration, is totally compatible to nature. So as you can see, it uses gravity. There's no pressure. So what you can get from this process is a water that has been processed and filtered in a natural way, the way nature normally filters the water and make it ready for animals and creatures to use this water. As you can see, all the layers will let you know the levels of filtration, but also the gentleness of filtering this water. It normally takes to reach the water down to the bottom a few hours, normally in the whole night. Just let it sit there, and early in the morning you're gonna see that all the water has been filtered gently in a way that the conditions of the water are natural. Now let's take a close look. Look at how dingy that water is, water from the tap right at the top of the container. And if we go down, look at how crystal clear. After filtration, the water conditions has changed. Not just minerals has been restored, but properties of the water in terms of acid and density of the water. The pH level has been restored and make this water ready for humans and any living creature to benefit from. Okay, let's do a quick demonstration about the conditions of the water. Basically, we're going to be using tap water just to demonstrate how dingy this water typically is from your tap. Okay, look at the water. You see that. Now the compelling experiment is going to be when we pour some of this water into the glass, and you're going to see all the sediments. You see the sediments moving on the water? Okay, now we're going to be using exactly the same water that has been filtered. Alright? This is the same water that has been filtered and sitting there for the last few hours. Now, if we compare both, look, this is the one from the filter, this is the one from the tap. Now, let's move this so there's no disturbance in. But pretty much, you can see the big difference. This one is almost crystal clear. If we move this water, it's crystal clear. Okay? Now compared to this one, look at the sediments there. Now we move it up, you're gonna see all the sediments sitting there. Now this is a major concern for people who wanna lose weight, who wants to feel stronger, and who wants to have more energy. Basically, if you don't have good water quality, this is not going to be easy to accomplish. You need water because water is not just a way to transfer the nutrients, but also is a way to eliminate toxins from the body. So you need good quality of water to carry with the functions and the natural evolution of the mechanics of the body.